Hello friends, welcome to Shauna Stitches. It's Tour De Fleece. Today is July the 6th, 2025, and the tour actually started yesterday, July the 5th. I did do some spinning, however, I was in no condition to record. I'd worked a very long day on the 4th of July into the 5th of July, and I was just exhausted. I plan on just doing a little weekly vlog series here just to kind of tell you what I'm working on, how it's going, any excuse me, any little insights that I might have as I go. This is not going to be anything super precise or anything like that. In fact, I wasn't even convinced that I was going to spin this year. It was very last minute. I haven't planned or pre-planned exactly what I'm going to spin. All that to say, what I am going to be spinning very first this tour is where I left off on the tour last year. So if you watched or you didn't, this I spun last year during the tour. I wish I could tell you what fiber this is. I have it written down, but I don't have it handy right here. So I will update you on that. Also, kind of sorry if I'm talking a little quiet right now. There's a wall right here to my right, and my husband's sleeping just on the other side of that wall because he works night shift. So it is what it is. Anyway, so I spun this entire 4-ounce braid, about 30 to 35 wraps per inch on the singles. If you don't know what wraps per inch means, essentially I have this tool from Katrinkles, and what I mean by that is that the single fits in the 30 to 35 little slot. This is to be a 3-ply combo spin with each braid, so 3 braids being their own ply and being plied together. That's what makes a combo spin. So yesterday I picked up this. This was on my wheel, and this I do know is Targhee. And I was about halfway through this spin, maybe just a little bit over half. I had the 3rd quarter of the fiber on my wheel, and it was started. So I plowed my way through what was little bit was on there, plus the next quarter. So I finished this. So these are the first 2 plies. And so I spun, I don't know, maybe 35 grams yesterday, maybe. And today, I should have taken this out of the bag. It's going to be loud for a second. My first goal of the day is to get this fiber divided into 4 pieces. This is greenwood fiber, and it is the Polworth in the color diamond. Hopefully you can see that. I can't see what you can see, so anyway, I just think this is gonna be super hard to hold up, and I have fiber in my nose already. So we have these 2, oops, and we have this. So I think this is gonna be a really interesting combo spin. I haven't done a lot of combo spins in my life, but I'm hoping it works out. I feel like this has a lot of complementary and matching colors to both of those. So I'm very excited to get that divided up. I'm going to weigh it first, and that way I just have it for my records. And I will update you when I have a little bit on the bobbin to show you. I'm back, and my fiber is separated into 4 pieces. I did okay at separating. So what I do is I take lengthwise and I divide it in half, and then I take each half and I divide it in half again. And that's just because for me it is easier to spin off of a smaller piece of fiber. So my first half divided into 2 equal 31 gram sections, and my second half divided perfectly equal into 2 26 gram sections. So luckily for this, it doesn't really matter because all the singles are going onto 1 bobbin, and they will be 1 ply. I wanted to see if this says, this is the label for the fiber, it does not say what the micron count is. I'm very curious. I might look up and see what the average for Polworth is, because this seems super, super fine. It is just so soft. It's just fly away soft. Yeah, it seems very fine. So I'm going to look that up and I will tell you that. I did see that this is Rambouillet. So not only am I doing a 3-color combo spin, I'm doing a 3-fiber. Rambouillet, Targhee, and Polworth. We'll see how it works. I don't know. I know that you can mix fibers. It should be okay. But it's an experiment, so we'll see. Oh, one thing I forgot to say. This is my second year being on the MellyKnits Stash Dashers team. I'm in Cabana 15, so hello to my Cabana 15 teammates and anyone else who's on the MellyKnits Stash Dashers. It's just for fun. It's not a competition, but it is nice to have some companionship and to see what everyone else is spinning. I didn't mention, but I will be spinning on my Eel Wheel 6. This is a wheel that's all electric by Maurice of Dreaming Robots. And I've had it for several years and I'm quite happy with it. That being said, I'm not the most frequent spinner. I tend to be a knitter with a capital K and a spinner with a very lowercase s. Just yesterday I was thinking to myself how I forget when I don't spin how much I actually enjoy it. I had so much fun spinning yesterday and I don't know why it is that it's easy for me to forget how much I enjoy it. Anyway, I'm going to go grab my fleece and fiber source book and I will be right back. Okay, so if you don't know what I was talking about, this is the fleece and fiber source book. It is a very valuable manual all about most of the different breeds of sheep. Polworth, it says their fleece size is usually between 9 and 13 pounds, so that's a big sheep. And staple length is between 3 and 7 inches. Most are between 4 and 6. And the range of the diameter, so the micron count, is between 21 and 26, but the majority fall between 23 and 25. So I know some merinos get down to like 19, maybe even 18, I don't know, they get pretty fine. So this isn't quite as fine as that, but it just seems very, very fly away. It does mention that this is a fine fleece though, so you want to handle it like a fine fleece. There's not a great picture, but there's what a Polworth sheep looks like. So I'm gonna start spinning and I cannot wait to see. I love colors when they're mixed with white, even though these are pastels, so it's not gonna be as obvious, but especially saturated color when you blend it with the white, I love that effect. So I'm looking forward to it and I will show you soon. I've been spinning for a little bit and that is what my bobbin is looking like. Oh, it's hard to see in this light. I do have a, like, not exactly a ring light, but something to kind of add some light, but then it's kind of washing it out. But anyway, I am surprised by this. I feel like the colors are more saturated than I expected. And I'm also kind of seeing a rainbow there, which surprises me. I do wonder, how is this going to look with my other colors, do you think? Actually, I think that looks pretty good. I can't really hold them both up at the same time because I only have 2 hands. Yeah, I think it's going to look really interesting, if nothing else. My finger that I have arthritis in is also my pinching, controlling finger, and it's hurting. So I'm gonna take a break, have some lunch. I may or may not do more spinning today, but yeah, I guess you'll see me when you see me. I'm here with an end of the spinning day update, and I'm trying to make this fast because my husband's about to start working out, and I think it's going to be really loud. For reference, it is 3:57 p.m. I did not spin all day. I did take a break. I ate some lunch, but I did spin quite a lot. That is a quarter of the entire braid. So that whole first piece of fiber, I finished spinning, which is crazy. And I pre-drafted my next quarter. Isn't that so fluffy and soft looking? So much more so than when it's not pre-drafted. So I'm going to get this connected to what's on my wheel, and then I'm going to put it away for the day. I think I forgot to mention my only goal this Tour de Fleece is to spin every day. It can be 5 minutes. I mean, it could technically be 5 seconds, but that wouldn't accomplish much. But yeah, I mean, it just doesn't need to be any set amount of time. I'm not going for a yardage goal, a final skein goal, anything like that. I just want to get back into spinning and actually spin. And if I make it no pressure on myself, I will have a lot more fun and hopefully stick to it. So that's it. I will talk to you tomorrow. Hello, hello. It's July the 7th. It is 4:12 p.m. and I'm home from work, and I am kind of a sweaty mess because I just did a 1.25 mile ruck with my husband. If you don't know what a ruck is, I will insert a photo and explain it. What it is a weighted walk. We have backpacks specifically designed to carry weight. I had 20 pounds today. And essentially that's all it is. It's just walking with weight, and it's supposed to be really good for you. I know it increases my heart rate more than a regular walk, and it's supposed to be really good for bone density and all those things. It is a weight-bearing exercise. That is enough for fitness today. If you hear music, speaking of fitness, my husband is working out right now, so I'm going to try and keep this short, and hopefully I will not get any kind of like copyright infringements on this. Hopefully it's not even that loud. Hopefully you can't hear it. So this is where I left off yesterday, and it's time to do a little spinning. I will just check in with you whenever I'm done for the day. I don't anticipate spinning for very long today. Like I said, it's a work day, it's Monday, and it's been a long Monday. So I'll check back in soon. I'm back with my end of the day update. It is 5:42 p.m. and I did not spin that whole time. We've already eaten dinner, and my husband is grabbing a shower before he goes to work. So I have a moment of silence. So I last showed you I was on the purple section here, which got covered with some of the pink. And you can see I made it to there on the bobbin. So I mean, not terrible. I wish I could tell you exactly how long I spun, but I really didn't keep track. And I kind of got up from my wheel a few times and did a random stuff and then came back. So making progress. This is how much fiber I have left for the second quarter of the braid. And yeah, happy to have made progress today. I hope you're making some progress too. I'm here for my July the 8th, or the 4th day of Tour de Fleece update. And I'm just getting started. I just got home from work. No walk today, even though I should. But that's where I'm starting. And this is our pile of fluff. And so hopefully I can make a pretty good dent in this today because I have a little bit more time. But I guess we'll see in, for you, just a few moments, and for me, whenever I'm done spinning today. Okay, it's about 1 hour and 15 minutes later. I'm ready to call it quits for the day. This is how my bobbin's looking. And I was about right here. I spun to this end and all the way back to there. So I got quite a lot done, more than I thought I was going to get done. But also I I thought I was going to finish the second quarter and I did not. I'm wondering, any thoughts on why this is called diamond? Because I'm confused. What I see when I look at this possibly is those crystals that you hang in the window and they send off the prisms. I could see that. But I don't know. I don't know why it's called diamond. So anyway, that's it for Tour de Fleece Day 4. I am enjoying the spinning the Polworth. It's pretty easy to spin, easy to draft, and yeah, it's just an easy spin so far. So I will check with you tomorrow. Hello friends, it is July the 9th, 2025, Tour de Fleece Day 5. At some point I know I'm going to forget what day it is, but I haven't lost track yet. I am picking up where I left off yesterday, so there is what my bobbin looks like. And I have just this much more fiber to go until I have spun half of the braid. So I'm feeling super tired today. I'm home from work. I think part of it is, I don't know how much you can see behind me here, but it is really overcast and drizzly. It's about 60 degrees. That's why I'm still wearing my jacket. It's cold and it's just making me feel like super tired. Not to mention it's already Wednesday and I'm just tired. I have court tomorrow, which I'm not looking forward to. So that's a little stressful. And I'm gonna de-stress and do some spinning. I will talk to you when I have some progress to show. Well, that didn't take long at all. I didn't time it, but it seemed like it took no time. I finished the first half of the fiber. So that's what the bobbin's looking like. Oh, I forgot to turn on my light. That might help. It's so dark. And now I have a shadow. There we go. Hopefully you can see that okay. So let's see here. This is all I have left. And I'm going to go ahead and pre-draft another quarter and get it attached to the wheel and ready to spin. I'm going to use my Diz. I don't normally use a Diz when I pre-draft, but I did for the last section and I thought it came out pretty nice. I'd be curious to know if you're a spinner, and I assume you are if you're watching this, or you want to be. Do you pre-draft your fibers before you spin them? And the reason I ask is because when I first started spinning, I don't know how I came across this information, somewhere on the internet, but I had it in my head that only new spinners would pre-draft their fiber before spinning. And so I had been spinning for a while and I thought, I think I'm skilled enough to spin without pre-drafting. So I did an entire braid, just like I normally would, except for I just didn't pre-draft. And the yarn looked fine. I got roughly the end result diameter that I wanted. But what I noticed was my grist, or how much yardage I got for the braid, was much lower than what I was used to. So I still have never even knit with that yarn. It just ended up, I don't know if it feels dense. Like I said, I haven't knit with it, but obviously it is dense because I got a lot less yardage. So anyway, now I don't care. If pre-drafting my fiber means that I'm forever a beginner, I will do it because it means that I get a result that I'm much happier with than if I don't pre-draft. So I continue to do it. I don't love the process. What I've noticed, even before I had arthritis in my hands, like pre-drafting the fiber would hurt my hands. I don't really know why. But for some reason with the Diz, I can't explain why. It seems like it's not hurting like it would if I didn't have the Diz, which like I said, makes no sense because the Diz is actually doing nothing but sitting there on the fiber. But I guess maybe the way I'm holding the fiber is different or something. I will say, I think maybe I should have used the smallest hole instead of the middle hole, but I'm being consistent. I'm doing what I did with the other portion. The reason I say that is because I feel like when I pre-draft without the Diz, that my yarn is a little bit more attenuated. Is that the right word? You know, it's just a little bit more drafted out, I guess I should say. So yeah, I'm just gonna get this connected. I don't plan on spinning much longer after I get this connected. Pre-drafting takes a while. I will not make you sit here and watch it all, but I'll get this connected and I will show you where I leave off. Like I was saying, I don't anticipate spinning a lot more today. I've had it in my head that maybe I would get to plying this weekend, and it's kind of looking like that was probably a very lofty goal. And also, I don't know if you are this way or not, but I kind of like to get all of my plying done in one session. And like for this with 3 braids, 12 ounces, I don't think there's any chance that I could do that. Plying always takes way longer than I think it will. But anyway, I just find it hard to stop because, you know, you have your yarns attached to Lazy Kate, and I don't know, mine are usually strung up across the room. I see some people keep their Lazy Kate actually in front of them. So like my spinning wheels here, they will have their Lazy Kate right here, and then they pull the fiber this way. So kind of like a triangle. I've always just done it where it's behind me. So if it was at the triangle angle, it would be less singles that were pulled out, but I've never done it that way. I'm curious to know. Give me some feedback. How do you ply? Where do you keep your Lazy Kate? And do you have any tips or tricks for stopping a ply in the middle to, you know, like put it up until you're ready to continue plying? I'd love to know those things. Ooh, I broke it. That's a bummer. All right, well, I'm going to continue pre-drafting this, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay, I got all my pre-drafting done for the 3rd quarter and started spinning, and I love it. It looks so pretty. I wish the light wasn't so bad today, but you already know what it looks like, so that's all right. I'm very excited to be over halfway done, and although I'm kind of complaining that I thought I would be applying and probably won't this weekend, I do feel like this is going by really fast. It just reminds me how much progress I could make on spinning and all my fiber stash if I actually spun on a regular basis. But that being said, what I think I'm going to go do is take a shower and get my PJs, get all comfy, and do some knitting before I go to bed. Because truly, that is what keeps me from spinning more often, is that I love to knit. I don't know. I can't explain it, but that's the truth. So yeah, that's my plan for tonight. I will talk to you tomorrow. Hello, spinners. It's day 6 of Tour De Fleece, which is July the 10th, 2025. I'm home from court. I spent all day there, and I won't say I was in court because I was excluded from the courtroom and I didn't have to testify. So I literally just wasted all day, and the court is under construction, so I had to stand the whole time, and I'm wearing dress shoes. My feet are killing me. But this isn't a shoe or foot podcast, so there's where I left off yesterday. I also haven't had a chance to eat anything all day, so I have a protein shake that I'm going to sip on while I do some spinning and try to de-stress from the day, because even though I didn't testify, it's still stressful. I hate it. It's not the fun part of my job. Anyhow, I'm going to do some fun things right now, so I will talk to you soon. I just heard my husband's alarm going off, so he's awake, and I think I might convince him to take a walk today, because although I'm feeling very tired, I just think doing something would be good for me. I have done quite a bit of spinning, I was back here on the bobbin somewhere. But look where I got to. I got to the point where my fiber broke while I was dizzing it. And so I feel like that was pretty far in. This is the remainder. I think that might be half of the quarter. So that would be an eighth. Yes, that'd be right. And I just had the end that I needed and I lost it. Nope, there it is. So yeah, I might get this little bit spun and just get this one connected, or I might not. It kind of depends on if he's ready to go straight away or if he wants a cup of coffee first. So anywho, I will talk to you tomorrow. It's Friday. I'm so excited. I will talk to you then. Happy Friday. It's July 11th. Tour De Fleece Day 7. 1 whole week in, which is crazy. I can't believe it's been a week already. I did do a little bit more spinning since I last talked to you, I think. I was at the end of that piece of fiber. I finished that off and I started the next little bit, but that's it. And so I have this much more of the third quarter. I just got home from work. It's like 3:49 p.m. My husband's still sleeping, but I think I'm going to do some spinning now. And then usually Friday nights, our big Friday night plans, we go out to dinner and then we actually have time to sit down together and watch a TV show, which almost never happens. So that's probably the plan. And if that's the case, I will spin as we watch TV. So I hope to finish this today, but I will update you when I guess when I'm done for the day. That probably is the best bet. I don't know when that will be, so we'll find out together. But I am hoping to make some good progress. How are you doing now that we're a week in? Have you gotten started? Have you finished anything? Let me know. I'm curious. I did not make it very far. I don't know if I had any of the blue done or if maybe I did all the blue. Anyway, my husband's awake, and I actually, as I was spinning that little bit, thought to myself that today would be a perfect day to lay out my fleece. I don't think I mentioned it earlier, but I have an entire coated merino fleece from Apple Creek Merinos that I've had. I paid for it in December. I think I didn't get it till January, but I haven't washed it yet. And it's my first time scouring a merino. My first time with a coated fleece, which should be wonderful because if you don't know, that essentially means the sheep wears a coat. So it's not getting into, the grass, the hay, the sticker bushes. So it should be good there. And Apple Creek is well known for their fleeces, so it should be skirted really well. And my reasoning for going with that particular fleece, or that company, I guess if you will say, that farm, is that I haven't loved processing fleece in the past. And I'm not sure if it's because it's so dirty or, honestly, it's very time consuming. Not just the washing, but the actual processing. If you want to card it, if you want to comb it, it's just very time consuming. So I thought to myself, if I pay the extra and go for a well-prepared, maintained fleece, try that process and see how it goes. And if I still don't enjoy the process, then maybe sheep fleece is just not for me. So I'm going to give it a try. I haven't disliked it in the past. It's just such a slow process, and it being coated probably isn't really going to speed that up. Also, being a merino, it's going to be very fine. So let me go grab the box and my sheet, and I will show you my fleece. All right, so here's my fleece in a box, and here are the details. So the fleece's name is Carmen. She was sheared on 12/14 of 24, 4-inch staple length, and it's 5.98 pounds. That's a lot of pounds. But just look at this. It's so pretty. Such a beautiful color. The crimp is nice, and obviously it looks very clean. And I have some Chihuahuas who are interested, so that'll be fun to try and keep them off of this. That's my first time having taken it out of the box. It's very well formed into a cube shape. And let's see, somewhere in here, yes, there's papers that kind of separate it. So I'm gonna try and roll it out. I've never had great luck, but I don't think I've ever had one that had paper in it. So wish me luck. Check that out. I think that is a twin size sheet. Carmen was a big girl, or is a big girl. Her fleece is big. So this is the cut side. I think I probably should have put it onto the other side. I don't know. But to give you a look, there's obviously no vegetable matter, and it smells quite nice and sheepy. So my plan is to separate this into 1 pound chunks. And let me turn this around so I can talk to you. So yes, as I was saying, my plan is to split this into 1 pound chunks because, well, I'm going to follow kind of what MellyKnits talks about, how she cleans her fleece. But I don't know that she does the cold soak step. And I'm not sure that the cold soak is necessary when it's a coated fleece. Because what cold soak does, it just gets a lot of the dirt and dust off. Fiona is so mad right now. I don't know, can you see her? It's so sunny. She's mad because I won't let her on the fleece. So yes, anyway, cold soak gets off the dirt and dust. And I'm going to do it anyway. I don't think it's necessary. But I'm going to, for the first time ever, weigh out the fleece that I'm preparing to wash so that I can weigh it after it's dry to see what the loss is there, because you lose a lot of weight in lanolin. And then again, the weight after processing, because you do lose a lot. Now with 6 pounds, I'm not too worried about it. But the other thing that I've done in the past, other than, not weigh things, is I've cleaned the entire fleece in one day, and it is exhausting. Your body hurts by the end of the day. And so I'm going to try and clean this just 1 pound at a time. I think it might be kind of annoying to do it that way, but also easier. So I'm just going to clean, well, I'm going to soak 1 pound tonight, overnight, and then clean, do all the scouring method tomorrow, which I will try to film. It's not exciting, but at least I will show you kind of what I do, and we'll see how it goes. I'm a little bit nervous because it's a fine fleece, and I don't know. I've cleaned Shetland before, didn't have any issues, and the other sheep, well, I think I had a BFL merino cross, but it wouldn't be as fine as just a merino. So I don't know. We're going to give it a go. And that's the other good thing about starting with a pound. If I process this pound and it doesn't go well, I will know that before I ruin the other 5 pounds. So yeah, let's see how big a pound of fleece is, because I have no idea. One more thing before I really tear into this thing. Of all the fleeces I've ever had, I can never tell what's the head and what's the butt. I feel like that should be obvious, but I really don't know. Can you tell? Can you tell me? Is that the head or the butt? Is that the head or the butt? That's why I think maybe I don't lay it out right. But nothing about this indicates what end it is. And maybe that's because it's so well, gosh, what's the word I want? Where they pick out the bad stuff. Anyway, I just said it. You know what I'm talking about. Well, that there is exactly, oh, well, it did say 1 pound. We're so close. 15 7/8. I don't know what changed from when I hit record. There it goes. It's like right on the cusp. You know what's happening. The wind's blowing. Anyway, I noticed as I was tearing off these pieces, and yes, I did nothing to maintain the lock structure. I just tore it. If you can, oh gosh, it's so windy. If you see those, I just tore them. That might not have been the right thing, but it's what I did. But this is what I noticed. It doesn't want to focus. These black bits. Is that the tip? Yeah, I think that's the tip. So I don't know. I think it's lanolin. I don't think it's dirt because it's coated. And I'll tell you, there is a lot of lanolin in here. I don't think you can see it on my hand, but gosh, I can sure feel it. So anyway, I'm going to get this in a cold soak. So for the cold soak, I'm literally just using a garden hose. And I have put my pound of fleece in this mesh bag. It's just a laundry bag. I think I got them from the dollar store. It's nothing fancy. And this helps keep my fleece all together so I don't lose any. And it also helps reduce some of the agitation that it might get. So I'm just gonna fill up this bucket, put the fleece in, and let it soak overnight. I do have lids for my lovely Home Depot buckets. It's a 5-gallon bucket, nothing special. All right, here it goes in the water. I just bet there's not going to be hardly any dirt come off of here. Normally when I wash an uncoated fleece, actually I think you can see a little bit of, yeah, maybe there is a bit. But normally when I wash a fleece, or cold soak a fleece, I should say, you just see the water turn dark, dark brown. Those sheep like to get dirty. But yeah, I can see, I guess you can see it best against the bag, but there's definitely some dust and dirt coming out of there. We'll check on it tomorrow. I managed to get it somewhat rolled back up and back in the box. Now granted, it weighs a pound less than it did, but I am still impressed. So I kind of hope that I can wash a pound a weekend, but that would take me 6 weeks. So if washing this one tomorrow doesn't kill me, maybe I will start a cold soak of the next pound and wash that on Sunday. But that's feeling very opportunistic. I don't know. That's not quite the right word I want. Yeah, anyway, just sounds like a lot. So we'll give it a go. It has been quite the day. And I'm saying that as I didn't start this until after I got off work. Nothing about today, I guess, I don't know. It was in the back of my mind, but nothing has gone the way I had thought today would go. We did not watch any TV. My hair is a disaster because we just got done walking the dogs. But let me show you my spinning progress. I did not finish the spin, not even close. In fact, I barely just have more than the last time I showed you when I went on my fleece excursion. That is still cold soaking, by the way. But anyway, so after I got done doing that, we went to go grab dinner, and there's a new gym in our area, and I've been looking to try to get back into fitness because it's been a long time since I've really been good about it. And I don't know, we have a home gym. I'm just lazy about it. It's easy to not do it. And there's another gym, it's further away. It was just too difficult to get to. Anyway, I have a million excuses, but there's a new one. It's 6 minutes from where I live. And my husband went there to work out this morning to just check it out and see what it's like. So I got in a Instagram communication with the gym owner, and where we picked up food was literally probably 3 minutes from the gym. So we went there and I talked to the guy, and needless to say, I signed up for the gym. So I am equal parts excited and terrified. And let me just tell you, part of what holds me back from working out, and this is going to sound stupid, but I think you're going to understand me. It cuts into my crafting time, and I already feel like I don't have enough crafting time. But especially as I'm getting older, I realize how important it is to maintain a certain level of physical fitness, and in my job especially, but just in life. Like, I know for sure when I get older, I want to be very capable. I don't have children, so it's not like I'm going to have anyone to take care of me. So I need to be very self-sufficient. So I don't know. It's just one of those getting older things, maybe being more responsible. I don't love that it's going to cut into my crafting time, but it's something I need to do. So I bit the bullet. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt bad. But hopefully it will, in the end, be worth it. So yeah, that's why I did not spin much. But other than washing the fleece tomorrow, I don't think I have any big plans other than spinning and knitting. Oh, I do have something to tell you, to show you actually. And it's on my phone that I'm recording on. Actually, the object is over across the room, but it's too big to show you right here. So I finished section 5 of the Marled Magic blanket tonight while I was on a Zoom call for something else. So it's just been a crazy evening. Speaking of, it's 9:11 p.m. That might not sound late to some of you, but I woke up at 4 a.m. this morning, so it's late for me. It's later than I'm normally up on a work day. Not usually on a Friday, though. I usually stay up a bit later. So I'm tired, I'm excited, I'm terrified, and yeah. Anyway, this is going to be the very end of this video because this is the end of week 1 of Tour de Fleece. So I will pick back up tomorrow with the second vlog, if you will, for week 2, kicking off on day 8. I can't get over my hair. Anyway, all I see is because it's backlit, I just see like this halo. Okay, that's it. I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and I hope that you are enjoying your spinning and that I was able to keep you company and maybe you learned something. If you did, let me know, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.